right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's been kind of rough getting back into the swing of things after the whole Diddy thing, and then, you know, taking a little time off, then going on vacation. I'm like, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. But listen, bills are due, and things are here to get into. So we had to come back. And what better way to come back other than the Nicki Minaj? You know, she's always going to keep us going. But here's the thing, you know, it's been a minute trying to get in here, and I haven't really been feeling it, child. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of moving parts happening on the back end of my personal life, so it's just like, all right, let me get back to the videos today, because I can't just keep sitting around and doing all this stuff. I got to get back to work, so I'm here. So now today we're going to get into Nicki Minaj and Des Bryant getting into it. I didn't see this happening. So child, things are getting messy. I'm not even going to pretend like I know who Des Bryant is, because I don't know. You know, obviously he played for the Dallas Cowboys at one point. That's all I do know. And we know that Nicki Minaj was getting into it with him. And all I know is it ended with him saying that he would stump out Kenneth Petty in front of her. Okay, so it got real messy, and you know Roc Nation is somewhere intertwined, all right? So Nicki has a thing with Roc Nation right now, and anybody that's affiliated in any kind of way, she is going in, all right? So boom. So what I'm getting is how this whole thing happened is Micah Parsons, okay, he requested a trade from the Cowboys, okay? This is another NFL player, all right? Amid contract negotiations, and one of the linebackers' qualms about the process was team owner Jerry Jones wanting to meet with him rather than his agent, okay? So Jerry Jones is one of the owners, okay? So that's what started it. He was feeling some type of way about how the negotiation was happening and how Micah wanted to get out of the contract. And then Jones then called out Jay-Z, claiming that he didn't like how Roc Nation, how Jay-Z handled the contract talks with former Cowboys wide receiver Des Bryant 10 years ago. So basically, Jones is saying, hey, I'm not liking how, you know, Jay-Z is handling these contract negotiations. I didn't even like it when the way he did it with Des Bryant, okay? So Jerry Jones claims that Bryant wasn't present at the meetings that Jay-Z said he would be at, and then the rapper stopped taking calls, something both Bryant and Jay-Z have denied in their own statements. They say that Jones was the one who stopped taking the calls, and Roc Nation called the owner's comments comical. So that's how Des Bryant got involved, all right? So then, boom, he writes, Jerry Jones, I don't think it's smart to mention my name. I keep quiet about a lot of unfair ish on some G ish. We can have story time if that's what we're doing. All right. Roc Nation made a statement in 2015 at the 21 Club. On a napkin, Jerry Jones, Juan Perez, and Jay-Z Carter and Stephen Jones negotiated a 5-year, $70 million deal, which included a $45 million guarantee and a $20 million signing bonus for Des Bryant. At the time, it was the second largest contract for a wide receiver in NFL history. The claim that Mr. Carter or Roc Nation representatives did not return the call from Jerry Jones is not only a false statement, but it's also a comical one. Okay, so Roc Nation wrote that. And so Nicki Minaj enters the building because, you know, Roc Nation is getting involved. So Nicki Minaj says, hey, it's Nicki Minaj. That's still from the troll of SZA. Remember when SZA posted the tweet where apparently, you know, it was Nicki asking for a feature, and she said, hey, it's Nicki. This was Nicki apparently saying it. And then SZA said, Minaj, yes. Can I get a feature? Blah, blah, blah. So that's why she wrote, hey, it's Nicki Minaj. You know, she's being funny. Okay, so anyway, how about we play a game? Every time you do a Jerry Jones or NFL story time, I'll do a story time of my own. She retweeted Des Bryant with that. And he said, like, eyes like, girl, what? Then he wrote, I'm a fan of Mrs. Minaj. I'm not playing games with her or getting in her business. I think that was fair. Then he says this.
Look, Miss Nicki.
Can we hear it?
I hope you're having a great day.
So he's basically saying, listen, I'm not getting involved in that lady stuff. I don't want nothing to do with that. Keep me out of the mess. Girl, I'm not involved. Okay, keep me out of it. Then things took a turn after Nicki brought up Bryant's past, referencing a 2012 arrest involving his mother. Bryant backfired, saying, "I didn't go to jail or touch my mom. I was defending myself," and shifted the focus onto Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, noting that he is a registered Blake offender. So Nicki Minaj goes, "Go beat your mom and then ask Desiree Perez and Jay-Z why they've allegedly been the vile cunts they've been to so many black people while lining their own pockets and weaponizing racism in order to keep black people blinded from their truth. Why wasn't Desiree Perez pardoned by President Trump, publicized to the black community and hip-hop culture the way Lil Wayne was? Did she repay the president for that monumental blessing, or did she betray him the way Jay-Z allegedly betrayed the Democratic Party and countless others that he had business dealings with in the past? On second thought, don't beat your mom. I'm sure she loved you once." This tweet is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, Barbs. Next, then he says, "Say, bitch.
Shit gonna get ugly. Okay?
I didn't go to jail or touch my mama. I was defending myself. I removed her nails from my back skin. Folks know I removed her nails from my skin. Folks know I was dealing with some corrupt in Dallas. I don't get how you can even be on the internet with your husband being an offender. You said you were speaking facts, you weird hoe. So come on." Wow. And then here's Nicki. "I'm so happy you brought this up." Yeah, she did that to me too before. "I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you $10 million in cash if you'd come and fight him since you beat your own mom. He was lied on 31 years ago while both of them were 16 and there's proof. That's why they couldn't get the money they desperately needed and sued for. Now you, on the other hand, was beating your mother as an adult. Bigfoot has a brand new weird case as an adult. Bigfoot, aka Megan Thee Stallion, you know the case with her and the stylist. Jay-Z dodging a paternity test that could prove he's a teen as an adult. Desiree Perez beating her daughter and calling her black son-in-law a girl with the hard R as an adult. Falsely had her own daughter institutionalized as an adult. Lied. Said her child was on drugs as an adult. This tweet is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? And I'm trying to find the tweet where he said that, I've been lied on my whole career, so I'm not trying to hear all that. I thought we were speaking facts. I don't play all that funny shit. Now go get that $10 million in cash and I'll stomp that nigga right out in front of you, B. And it's Rock Nation for life, bitch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, child, listen. I'll be honest with you. Y'all know I love Nicki, but this was not her business. She was just looking for a reason to get into it with the Rock Nation. It's like, girl, this had nothing to do with you. And then the man, he did not want no problems. He wanted to stay out of it, girl. He did not want to get involved in it, girl. He was not trying to be on that. You had kind of Nicki, you inserted yourself in that. It's no shade. You definitely inserted yourself in that. And then when he didn't respond the way that you really wanted him to respond, you crashed out on him. It's no tea. It's no tea. So I definitely think Nicki kind of was in the wrong with that because she has the problem with Rock Nation. So anything attached to him, she's going to feel away. But this dude, he was inserting him. He actually was being inserted in somebody else's negotiation issue. This had something to do with Micah Bradley or whatever the dude name is and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones inserted Des Bryant and then Nicki inserted herself. Des is like, I don't want to be in this conversation over here. Jerry, Nicki, I don't want to be in this conversation over here. I got too much going on in my own personal life and I just don't want no problems and I don't really care. So honestly, I think that, it's interesting that Nicki has this real issue with Rock Nation and she's doing the publicity thing, which is fine. I get it. But I'm at what point do we just handle it legally? Or maybe she just, I'm trying to figure out what does she want? And, what is the social media ranting? How is that going to get you what you want? Because they're ignoring it. And then also, it's going to continuously have her beefing with Rock Nation's affiliates, which then is going to start to look like she's more of a bully than getting her point across about Jay-Z and Rock Nation, because anybody that's affiliated with them, then all of a sudden it seems like she's going to go and interject and then be on some sort of attack with them. you know, and that's not what we want. That's not what we want to see, but it's going to go that way because I don't think that they're giving her the response that she's looking for. And so she's just interjecting. And at this point, I don't know if it's really helping her cause or just giving people more reason to say she's batshit crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Eventually, I think all this could just fall onto dead ears, and maybe 3-4 years down the line, it'll have to be one of those things like if something does come out, people will then say, okay, well, Nicki was right. So maybe she's just laying the foundation now for something to happen later on. So then people can say, hey, girl, we didn't believe you. We thought you were crazy then, but we believe you now. Because the way that she's going about it right now, I don't really think that it's helping her case as much. I think people are kind of like, all right, she's on a Rock Nation rant again, but now it's like she's coming for innocent people that have nothing to do with it. They're just affiliated. So then it's going to create more enemies that are unnecessary for her. Because I think that I didn't see why Dez would have had to have a problem with her, you know? And, you know, I don't see why she would have had to have a problem with him, other than the fact that there's the Rock Nation affiliate. Now, what I also think is hilarious is that, you know, she came in and was wanting to do a story time and seemingly like being funny. And then he was just like, you know, I have respect for Nicki Minaj and, you know, and I don't want no problems. But then as soon as the shit got sticky, she had pulled up some tea on him beating her mom. I mean, she had pulled up some tea on him beating his mama, and then he had pulled up some tea on Kenneth Petty. So it's like everybody's got something locked and loaded in the chamber in case you try them. You know what I mean? Everybody's fake and phony and full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, girl, yeah, I like you, but don't try me because I know I seen that shit about you. So, bitch, if you want to play with me, bitch, go beat your mom. Yeah, right after you go your offender husband. It's like, girl, I thought you liked me. I thought we were cool. And they went, you know, people are some tea. Because people will be knowing about you and holding stuff just for a rainy day. And I guess it rained. Oh, God. Gotta love Nicki. She's going to keep us entertained. What will we do if Nicki Minaj were to ever be through? But this is going to be interesting to see how, you know, this whole thing in Rock Nation ends with her because she doesn't seem to be letting up. They don't seem to be responding. But at some point, I think that this is going to get to a head. So we'll see. And, you know, a lot of people have been having conversations about where does Beyonce lie in all of this. So we'll see what's going on and we'll be watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, keep that same energy and we'll see you soon. Peace out.